What's up, Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all the news after Week 17 here in our Columbus Aviators franchise. The Aviators finished the season 12-4 and have earned themselves a first-round bye. More importantly, we are going into the playoffs fairly healthy. Now, I think Eduardo Ivory might be the only big injury we have, but health in the playoffs is definitely something this team has struggled with in the past. However, things are looking very good for this team right now, and they are looking to make some noise into the playoffs for the first time, really. We do have a lot to go over today, so let's go ahead and check some stuff out. Injury report, let's confirm really quick. We know Eduardo Ivory, the only injury, he is out for 3 weeks, meaning if we somehow make it to the Super Bowl, he will be back for that game, which is going to be huge for us. He was definitely coming along later on in the season. You know, he didn't have a great rookie campaign. He kind of struggled earlier in the year, but right before going down with that injury, he made some big plays for this team, and we are excited to have him. And we'll be excited to have him back. The Colts ended up 10-6. Let's go ahead and find out the playoff picture. In fact, it might be easier to check this the other way. Let's go ahead and check it out up here. Playoff schedule. So what I would like to see from everybody is your projections of how the playoffs are going to unfold. Let me know in the comments below who you guys think are going to win. We've got the Dolphins at the Patriots. So the Patriots did not earn that first round bye. It definitely looked like they were going to. We'll have to find out who did get it. We have the 49ers taking on the Vikings. The 49ers are going to be on the road for this one. The Colts at the Browns and the Bears at the Buccaneers. So we cannot check what's going to happen there. Let's go back to the other menu so we can find out who else had that bye, because I thought for sure it was going to be the Patriots. Clearly they dropped the ball, and the fact that they did, sure enough, it means we have home field throughout the AFC. That is a beautiful thing. The Seahawks getting home field throughout the NFC. The Broncos winning their last 3 games to secure that first round bye. And that rivalry with the Patriots continues without their star quarterbacks. They have some new quarterbacks in place, and they are already fighting it out right now. So overall, the other team in the NFC, it looks like it's going to be the Eagles with a first round bye as well, finishing at 10-6. They did lose their last one. So the AFC looking like the stronger conference at the moment. Definitely going to be interesting to see how things play out. And look at the Colts winning their last 4 to get into the playoffs. They were 6-6, went on that win streak. And, you know, they are definitely a threat. They've brought in some great weapons for Andrew Luck to work with. And definitely going to be somebody we have to keep an eye out on. Let's go ahead and check out the yearly awards really quick. We need to check out Week 17 awards. Russell Wilson, 30-35. And with that, he pretty much secures the MVP. I'm sure he was the leading candidate anyway. 350 yards, 4 passing touchdowns. Blanton with 8 tackles and 2 interceptions. Johnson, 9 tackles, an interception, a fumble forced, and a fumble recovered. And then Alex Smith, 31-42, 529 yards, 3 passing touchdowns for him. Here we go with the yearly awards. This is probably going to be a longer video, guys. I'll do my best to go through it fairly quickly, but it's definitely going to be longer than most news videos. We got Russell Wilson winning the MVP. Andrew Luck rebounding from some pretty poor seasons prior to this year, coming in second in the MVP voting. Josh Broussard, the Cowboys' second-year pro, going to be number 3. Ryan Tannehill for the Dolphins at 4. Andy Dalton at 5. Teddy Bridgewater coming in at 6. Max Austin for the Bears at 7. Nate Keller for the Patriots at 8. Aaron Rodgers at 9. And Cam Newton coming in at number 10 despite the 7-8-1 record for the Carolina Panthers. Coach of the Year, Ryan Mack, coming away with it there. Doing a great job leading this Aviators team to a 12-4 record. And he is going to be rewarded for it there. Let's check out the NFC awards first. Russell Wilson winning the Offensive Player of the Year. Josh Broussard 2. Max Austin 3. Rodgers 4. Bridgewater 5. Newton at 6. Ryan at 7. Mark Ingram coming in on the list at number 8. CJ Anderson at 9 for the Redskins there. And Derek Carr for the Eagles coming in at number 10. Defensive Player of the Year, Bobby Wagner winning the award over Zach Brown at number 2. And then you have Navarro Bowman at 3. Koa Misi coming in at 4 for the Cowboys there. Tahir Whitehead coming in at number 5 for the Redskins. Manti Te'o coming in at number 6, making the list. Brandon Spikes at 7, still getting it done there. Michael Kendricks coming in at 8. Trevathan at 9. And A.J. Rodriguez coming in at number 10 for the Vikings, 86 overall. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Spencer Tracy, 82 overall for the Seahawks. Andrew Ray, 63 overall for the Giants, but did enough to make some big-time plays for that team. Reed Harrison, 84 overall for the Cardinals there. Ralston Young, 78 for the the Rams. I don't know what I was saying there. Albert Mason coming in, 68 overall for the Vikings. Deion Evans, 68 for the Panthers. Darius Long, 78 for the Seahawks. Chris Austin, 80 overall for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Nate Barnes, 79 overall for the Philadelphia Eagles. And Troy Pierce, 63 overall for the Giants. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Quindarius Odom, 81 overall for the Eagles. Rashad Peters, 85 overall for the Giants. Bronson Martin, 81 for the 49ers. Jordan Patrick, 84 for the Lions. J.J. Gilbert, 83 for the Saints. Latavian Murphy, 70 overall for the Cowboys. Tyrese Hill, 78 for the Rams. Gerald Parks, 63 for the Vikings. Jameel Cole, 80 for the Bears, and Devin Riley, 59 overall for the Packers, still making an impact. Overall, though, looks like the defensive rookies definitely a lot better than the offensive rookies based on the overall ratings. Best quarterback for the NFC going to be Josh Broussard over MVP Russell Wilson. So Wilson obviously making more plays on the ground, but it's interesting to see Broussard coming in as the best quarterback in the NFC. Aaron Rodgers 3, Bridgewater 4. I'm going to start scrolling through a little bit quicker now, guys. So if there's players you would like to see, feel free to hit that pause button. We'll comment on it. Alfred Morris on the 49ers at number 6 there. Ray Rice on the Eagles. Julio Jones, best wide receiver for the 5 and 11 Falcons. A.J. Henry, the young wide receiver there for the Cowboys, doing a great job with Broussard. Deshaun Young, 90 overall now for the young wide receiver for the Vikings. And Brian Quick, Appalachian State, coming in at number 7 for the Seahawks there. Spencer Tracy. So a lot of really good young weapons for the Seahawks and the Cowboys to both work with here. Going down the list a little bit. There you go. Pretty much a lot of names you would expect to see. Aaron Donald, best defensive lineman. Cameron Jordan, number 2. Gregory 3. Jason Pierre-Paul on the Buccaneers now. Alden Smith on that list for the 49ers. Aaron Lynch as well. Both 99 overall. Definitely doing a good job getting pressure on the quarterback, but they're both playing defensive line now. Interesting moves seem to be working out for the 49ers. Linebackers, Bobby Wagner, number 1. Manti Te'o, 2. Zach Brown, 3. Luke Kuechly coming in at number 4. A.J. Rodriguez at 5. Navarro Bowman, 6. Cole Misi on that list. Best defensive back, Richard Sherman, Patrick Peterson. Look at all the Seahawks. My goodness. Kyle Arrington, Prince Amukamara on the list. Bradley McDougald. Man, a lot of Seahawks. I mean, it is tough to pass it against that team for sure. You saw Calvin Pryor down there, big signing for the Redskins. Doing a good job getting number 10 on that list. Let's go over to the AFC now. Ryan Tannehill winning Offensive Player of the Year. Andrew Luck, number 2. Andy Dalton, 3. Alex Smith, 4. Tavon Austin coming in at number 5 for the Columbus Aviators. Nate Keller at 6. Bishop Sankey also making the list for the Aviators at number 7. Ralph coming in at number 8. Brody Jennings at 10. Defensive Player of the Year, Brandon Marshall, 1. Shazier with the Bengals here at number 2. Kurt Coleman, 3. James Laurinaitis at 4. Javon Roberts coming in at number 5. Interesting to see a young player up there. CJ Mosley at 6. Cushing at 7. Ray Maluga coming in at 8. Derek Morgan on this list at number 9. And Mayo at number 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Brody Jennings, who was also on that Offensive Player of the Year list for the Raiders. They were 5 and 11, but future's bright with a young star like this. 82 overall. Sean Hardy, 86 overall for the Colts. Dwayne Sherman, 79 for the Jets. Devin Dickerson, 68 for the Broncos. Derek Scott, 67 for the Ravens. Cadron Coleman, 81 overall for the Jets there. Ladarius Lunsford, 79 for the Bengals. Derek Buchanan, 78 for the Broncos. Bakari Boswell on the list, 70 overall for the Columbus Aviators. And then Justin Fernandez, 85 overall for the San Diego Chargers. Defensive Rookie of the Year, and there he is, Javon Roberts. We saw him make the list for the best defensive player of the year, also best defensive rookie. Let's see where he ranked here. Number 5, interesting. And then you look at the offensive rookie, they have an 86 over here with Sean Hardy. I mean, the Colts just did an outstanding job drafting, and they are in our division. These are 2 players that we are going to be seeing a lot of for years to come, and that is not a good thing for the Columbus Aviators. But Ramorius Culver, a great rookie in his own right, coming in at number 2 on that list. Evan Cunningham at 3. Tavante White at number 4. James Jameson at number 5. Marvin McKnight at 6. Le'Veon Bynes coming in at 7 for the Patriots. 87 overall there. Justin Brown, number 8. Antoine Martin, number 9. and Josh Gardner at number 10 for the Jaguars. Again, we'll probably start scrolling through a little bit quickly here. Mariota going to be number 6 on the list for us there. Best running back, Tavon Austin, taking number 1. And then Bishop Sankey, number 2. Our running game absolutely killed it behind our offensive line this season. A lot of that definitely goes to the offensive line, but the other part definitely goes to those players being able to catch the ball out of the backfield. We know how much damage Tavon Austin did there, and we are lucky to have him there. As Parker Hester hasn't quite lived up to the expectations we thought he was going to. Seems to be a little bit down the list now with Sean Hardy coming in, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for him. And then here's our offensive line just doing work for our team. We got 3 players out of the top 10 there. Best defensive line, Clowney at number 1. Chandler Jones for the Browns at number 2. Sheldon Richardson 3. Fairley 4. J.J. Watt coming in at number 5. Tamba Ali on the Colts there at number 7. Khalil Mack number 9 moving over to defensive line. Best linebackers, Derek Morgan getting all of those sacks for our defense, really stepping up big time, and he has been a great playmaker for us. And then there's Roberts for the Colts again. They are just stacking that team full of young players. Kurt Coleman going to win best defensive back here for the Steelers. Tyrone Stevens coming in at number 2. And I gotta wonder, I think Kurt Coleman probably made more plays than Tyrone Stevens, but Tyrone Stevens, week in and week out, just absolutely shut down number 1 wide receivers. We can improve his catching a little bit, but might not be as big of a playmaker, but when it comes to a lockdown guy, I cannot imagine anybody better than Stevens right now. He really killed it for us. Going down the list, Demetrius McCray for App State going to be on this list at number 7. Interesting to see him make it up there. There's Logan. A lot of Dolphins players on this list, actually. Good for them. Best kicker, and Mason Johnson. What a turnaround for him. Coming in at number 2. An incredibly inconsistent rookie season. Definitely got it done there, though. What I might do, actually, is because we're going to have another news video coming after this for the wild card stats. What I might do is wait to show the team stats then. That way this video doesn't run too long and then the next video incredibly short. I think that's probably a better way of going. So I was originally planning on doing both of those in one video. However, again, we're going to have a wild card news video after this game because we don't play a game until after this round, obviously. So that would probably be a better way of going about it. We will look at all of the stats throughout the entire season next news video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this season, please hit that like button. Thank you all so much for all of the support throughout this season. And I will see you guys in the wildcard news. Later.